call is now being recorded.
Hello everyone. In the last slide, we have seen the basic operation on signal. So the basic operation on signal like folding, shifting, scaling, scalar addition, scalar multiplication, etc. So in this class, we are going to continue some problems on that. Okay. So the first question to you is sketch x of t is equal to u of t plus 1 minus 2u of t minus 1 plus u of t minus 3. So whenever you see the problem, the first thing you have to, which should be come to our mind is this is a continuous function with a unit step since it is u of t. So in order to solve this, what should be our approach? Okay. So they have given this signal. We have to sketch this one. So how to solve this? So first thing, t less than minus 1. So u of t plus 1 means at t equal to minus 1. So from there it starts. So for t less than minus 1, what is the value of x of t? X of t is equal to 0. So please come down and understand what I am solving here, and then you ask yourself what is the approach. Okay. So t less than minus 1, x of t is equal to 0. Then t greater than or equal to minus 1 but less than or equal to 1. Okay. So t greater than or equal to minus 1 and less than or equal to 1, x of t is equal to whatever previous value is there 0 plus whatever value you have got here. What is the value here? 1. So 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. Now t is greater than or equal to 1 and less than or equal to 3. So x of t is equal to same thing like previously 0 plus 1 plus what is the value here? Minus 2. So minus 2. So the answer is minus 1. Now what is remaining now? T greater than 3. So t greater than 3 is equal to x of t is equal to 0 plus 1 minus 2. Then what is the value here? Plus 1. So this value we know as minus 1 plus 1 is equal to 0. Now we have to plot by seeing this one. So how the value of t varies? Minus 1 to 1, 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. So if you want to plot this one, so we have this one here, and I will take this red color here. Yeah. Then minus 1, 0, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, because it varies from minus 1 to 3. So t less than minus 1, so whatever is less than here, it is 0, no need to plot. From minus 1 to 1, what is the value of x of t? 1. So x of t from minus 1 to 1 is 1. Okay. Now after that, from 1 to 3, so from 1 to 3, x of t is equal to minus 1. So minus 1. So when you are drawing, you use scale and draw neatly. So t greater than equal to 3, x of t is equal to 0. So this is how you plot this one. Okay. Let's solve another problem to get a better idea. Now the second problem, x of t is equal to 3 u of t plus 2 minus u of t minus 1 plus 2 of u of t minus 3 plus 4 of u of t minus 5. So whenever if you see the problem, the first thing what has to come to your mind is it's a unit step. So we have to plot this. For that, we have to follow some procedure. So t is equal to minus 2. It starts from there. So t less than minus 2. So what is the value of x of t? X of t is equal to 0. So t greater than minus 2 and less than 1. Why this 1 come? For this one, t is equal to 1. So x of t is equal to 0 plus, what is the value here? 3. So 0 plus 3 is 3. Now, t varies between 1 and 3. Okay, why this 3k? Because of this one. X of t is equal to 0 plus 3. What is the value here? Minus 1. So 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. Now, t varies between 3 to 5. Okay, x of t is equal to 0 plus 3 minus 1. What is there? Plus 2. You will get as 4. Now t is greater than or equal to 5. X of t will be equal to 0 plus 3 minus 1 plus 2. What is the value here? Plus 4, which is equal to 8. So we have got these values. Now what we have to do? We have to plot. So how to plot this? Again, the funda is the same. So draw this one. How it varies? Minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up till 5. So t greater than or equal to 5 is equal to 8. So let us see how to draw this. So let me draw this down so that it will be clear to you. Okay. Yeah. So what are the values we have to plot here? Minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now let us plot them. Okay. So t less than minus 2. So whatever the value is less than minus 2, the value is 0. So no need to plot. From minus 2 to 1, the value is 3. So minus 2 to 1, the value is 3. So let us plot this one. Okay. Then what we have got, we'll write here. It is 3. Then 1 to 3, the value is 2. So from 1 to 3, the value is 2. So how to plot that? From 1 to 3, the value is 2. Okay. Because it decreases, right? From 3 to 2. So this should be a straight line. Okay. Okay. Then from 3 to 5, the value is 4. So from 3 to 5, the value is 4 here. Okay. Then x for t greater than or equal to 5, the value is 8. So if it is greater than or equal to 5, the value is 8. So this is how you plot. So this should be here 0. Okay. So now you have got the basic understanding. How do you plot the signal when they have given this equation to you? Now this is for continuous time. So let us solve one problem for discrete time so that you'll get a better understanding. Okay. So we are in our third problem here. Okay. Same thing. The same idea here. N lesser than or equal to minus 1. What is the value of x of n? 0. So for n greater than or equal to minus 1 and less than equal to plus 2, x of n is equal to 0. What is the value here? 2. 0 plus 2, 2. Now n varies between 2 to 3. What is the value of x of n? 0 plus 2 minus 3. So minus 1. Now n varies between 3 to 5. What is the value of x of n? 0 plus 2 minus 3 and plus 2. So what is the value? 1. So n is greater than or equal to 5. X of n is equal to 0 plus 2 plus minus 3 plus 2 and minus 1, which is equal to 0. Now, while plotting, please be careful for discrete. Okay, Uh, don't be overconfident here. So what you have to do is first write what are the values you have to plot. Okay, so let us write. So it starts from minus 1 and it's end at 0. So minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So now let us plot it. So n less than minus 1, the value is 0, no need to plot. So n is greater than or equal to minus 1 from here, but less than 2, not equal to 2, the value is 2. So this thing, okay, what's the value here? 2. But n is greater than or equal to 2, less than 3. What is the value? Minus 1. It's less than 3, not equal to 3. So if it is equal to 3 and less than 5, so 3 and 4, the value is 1. So n greater than or equal to 5, the value is 0. So this is how you plot for discrete time signal. So you have to practice different kind of problems. I have shown you just an example. Okay. Now we have seen for unit step function how to plot it. But let us see one problem. How do we plot the ramp function? So when you have given u of t, that is a step function, it is understood. Now in the question they have given as plot x of t is equal to r of t plus 3 minus 2 of r of t plus 2 plus 2 of r of t minus r of t minus 1. So whenever this question is given, the first thing you have to understand here is, so the given question is a ramp function. Okay, so for this there is a small change. Okay, so t less than minus 3, x of t is equal to 0. This is same. But where the difference comes is, now please observe, t is greater than or equal to minus 3 and less than minus 2, x of t is equal to 0 plus 1. So this is how you write. No, for ramp, what you have to do is 0 into t plus 3. So this you have to write for ramp. So this is the difference. Please note. Okay. So this is t plus 3. Now t varies between minus 2 to 0. Why 0? At t equal to 0. So x of t is equal to 0 plus t plus 3 minus 2 into t plus 2. So if you solve this one, you will end up as minus t minus 1. Okay, then t is greater than or equal to 0 but less than or equal to 1. Okay, r x of t is equal to 0 plus t plus 3 minus 2 into t plus 2, then plus 2t. Why 2t? Here 2t, which is equal to t minus 1. You solve this one, simple thing. Okay, then t greater than 1. What is the value of x of t? Whatever the previous value is there, plus 2t minus of t minus 1. So minus of t minus 1, which is equal to, if you solve this, you'll get as 0. So the only difference here is, for ramp function, you have to write this t plus 3, t plus 2, t minus 1. You have to substitute instead of this coefficient. Okay. So that is the difference. Now let us plot this ramp function. Okay. Do not have any confusion while plotting this ramp function. So first thing what we have to do, we have to write. So it varies from minus 3 to 1. So let us write all the values first. Minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1 and 2. So this will, help us in plotting a better plot always. Okay. Then what you have to do, the second thing, you have to go step by step. So first we will see t less than minus 3. What is the value of x of t? So if it is t less than minus 3, x of t is 0. So no need to plot. Then t varies from minus 3 to minus 2. What is the value of x of t? T plus 3. So t varies from minus 3 to minus 2. So t plus 3. So at t is equal to minus 3, what is the value of x of t? 0. So this value is 0. Okay. Then at minus 2, so t plus 3. So minus 2 plus 3, what is the value? 1. So this value is 1. So it will be like this. Okay. Then t varies between minus 2 to 0. So second thing, minus 2 to 0. Okay. What is the value of x of t? Minus t minus 1. So at t is equal to minus 2, what is the value? So we have minus t minus 1. At t is equal to minus 2, what we have got the value? Plus 2 minus 1, which is equal to 1. So this value is same. But at 0, or first, how it varies? Minus 2 to 0. But what is the middle thing which is come? Minus 1. So minus t minus 1. So minus 1 minus 1. So 1 minus 1. So 0. So this value will be 0. Okay. So this value is 1. This value is 0. Now at t is equal to 0. So what is the value at t is equal to 0? The value is minus 1. So just substitute in this equation. Okay, you will get it. Okay, so at 0, the value is minus 1. So how do you plot this one? Just connecting this dots. Okay, now t varies from 0 to 1. At 0 and 1, what is the value? T minus 1. So t minus 1 we have got. At 0, what is the value? Minus 1. Okay, at 0. Then at 1, what is the value? At 1, its value is 0. Okay, so at 0, its value is minus 1. At 1, its value is 0. Okay, so it looks like a ramp. So t greater than or equal to 1, its value is 0. So no need to plot. Okay. So this is how you plot for the ramp function. Okay. Now we have seen how to plot the unit step function. How to plot the ramp function? We will go for some complicated problem here. Okay. So in the exam, they will give us express x of t. So they have given x of t in terms of g of t using shifting and scaling. So this signal is there, which is already existing. So you have to express this in terms of this block. So how do you express? Okay, in general, if you take this picture, how can you express this one? So it is just like a Lego. You can use this block to build this block. Okay, so like how do you construct? So there is a big house here, so this is a small brick here. So using this many bricks of this shape, how can you construct this big house? So that is the challenge which we have to do that. So we will solve that one. Solution. So how do you solve this one? So there is a simple method. So I request everyone to follow this method so it is easy for you. Okay, so x of t is equal to, whenever there is like 1, 2, 3 and 4 unit, so write it as g1 of t plus g2 of t plus g3 of t plus g4 of t. Now, after writing this one, we have to find g1 of t plus g2 of t plus g3 of t separately and g4 of t separately. So, in order to find that one, I told you x of t is a big house. So, using these small boxes of Legos, we are building this houses. So, these are all the small bricks. So, this is a big house. Okay. So we have to find out this small bricks. How can we express? Okay. So I will make it this problem simple. How you can see here. So let G1 of t is equal to AT plus B. Okay. What's the value of A and what is the value of B? You have to find out. So for finding that one, we will take the first section of this one. So let us take this first section. Okay. So in this problem, we will take this first section. Okay. So whatever I have marked in red, take this first section and we will solve it. So if I take that first section, so the values varies between 0 to 4 with a magnitude of 1 because I am taking only this section, only this part. Okay. So this we have to express in terms of g of t. So how can we express that? So this value of a is given by, so how many, so you go to the g of t. So how many units are there? 1 and 2. So 2 units divided by how many units are there? 1. So 0 to 4, it's 4 units in x of t. So the number of units in g of t divided by number of units in x of t. So a is equal to half. Now to find b, what you have to do is g1 of at plus b. Okay. Now we have got half t plus b. Okay, I will solve here. So half of t plus b, so t by 2 plus b equal to 0. In order to find the value of t, you have to do this one. So t by 2 is equal to minus b, or b is equal to minus t by 2. But what is this t? T is nothing but the midpoint of 0 comma 4. So t is nothing but the midpoint of 0 comma 4, which is equal to 2. So if you substitute in this equation, we'll get b as minus 1. Now we have got a and b. So we have got g1 of t as g1 of half t minus 1. Okay. So we have got the first block. For the second thing, what we will take is, we will take this section. So g2 of t, I will take this section to get g2 of t. So let me go to the second page. Okay. 1 minute. So I want to use this diagram. So okay, add to new page. Okay. Now what I told, to solve g2 of t, I want this diagram. So let us solve for g2 of t. Okay, g1 of t we have got. g2 of t is equal to g2 of at plus b. Now to get a and b, I told we are going to take this section. So we will take that section, only that part. So it varies from 1 to 4. So this section only varies from 1 to 4. What is the magnitude of that one? It is 1, because we are taking only this part, right? Okay. So we are only taking this part. So like this. Okay. Now A is equal to same thing. Magnitude of units, number of units in G of t, that is 2, and number of units here. So it varies from 1 to 4. So 1, so 2 will be here, 3 will be here. What is the units? It is 3. So A is equal to 2 by 3. Now to get the value of B, again the same procedure. So what we have to do? AT plus B is equal to 0. We know A is equal to 2 by 3 by T plus B is equal to 0. B is equal to minus 2 by 3 times T. But what is this T? Midpoint of 1 comma 4. So 5 by 2. 4 plus 1 by 2. So we will substitute here 2 by 3 into 5 by 2, which is equal to minus 5 by 3. So this is the value of B. So G2 of AT plus B. Okay. So this is how you solve for G2. Now similarly we have to solve for G3 by taking the other portion. So let me take the other portion and we will solve that one. Okay. Okay. Now, as I told you, what we have to take here? This remaining portion here. Okay. So if you see, I am coloring only that part. So only this portion. So again the same thing. G3 of T is equal to G3 of AT plus B. And which portion we are taking? From 2 to 4. Because see this portion. From where to where it goes? Only from 2 to 4. So 2 to 4. But what is the magnitude? Again, it is 1, because we are only taking that particular block. Okay. Now, to get the value of A, number of units in B is 2. Number of units in this one also is 2, because 1 and 2. So A will be equal to 1. In order to get the value of T, in order to get the value of B, what we have to do? AT plus B is equal to 0. B is equal to minus AT. So B is equal to minus 1 into T. So T is equal to mid value of 2 comma 4, which is equal to 6 by 2, which is equal to 3. So B is equal to minus 1 into 3. So B is equal to minus 3. So substitute this. G3 of A is 1, T minus B. So G3 of T minus 3. So this is how you get the value of G3. Now we have finished G2, we have finished G3. So what is remaining? G4. Now we will solve for G4 and add everything together at the last. Okay. 1 minute. Okay. Back to new page. Now we will solve for this G4. So in order to solve for G4, what portion I should take? The last portion. So which I am coloring it in yellow. So it varies from 3 to 4. Okay. So this last portion, I will use this blue color here. Yeah. So 3 to 4 with the value of 1. So G4 of AT plus B. What is the value of A? This is 1 unit divided by, sorry, number of units in G of T, which is 2, divided by number of units here, 1. So A is equal to 2. Now, in order to get the value of T, again the same process. the same old process. Okay, 2t plus b is equal to 0 because at plus b must be equal to 0, a is equal to 2, so b is equal to minus 2t, but t is equal to mid value of this 3 comma 4. So what is the mid value of 3 comma 4? 7 by 2. So b is equal to minus 2 into 7 by 2. So what is the value of b? Minus 7. So we have got the value of b. So G4 is equal to AT plus B. Now we have got the value of G1, G2, G3, G4. Therefore, G of t is equal to, what is the value of G1? We have got G of half of t minus 1 plus G2 of t, we have got G of 2 by 3 into t minus 5 by 3 plus g of t minus 3 plus g of 2t minus 7. So this is how you solve it. Okay, now we will go to the next problem. So you have to practice those kind of problems. Okay, I have shown you the method. How do you do that? So now it is up to you. How do you take your step, do hard work and solve? Okay, now in the question, what they have asked, find them even and odd component of the following signal. So they have given the following signal and you have to find them even and odd component. So how do you find that? So usually if they given an expression x is equal to sine t and find the even and odd component, what you have to do? First you will write the formula. What you will write? Let me use this green ink. Even component is equal to half of x of t plus x of minus t. For odd component, what you will do? Half of x of t minus x of minus t. Now we have got this x of t. Okay. Then what is remaining for us to do? Simple. Find x of minus t and then we will get the even component. So let us do x of t. They have given x of minus t. As I told you previously, it is just the mirror image. Okay. So I use this green color for the solution. Okay. So how do you get this one? It's just the mirror image. So yeah. So let me write the values again. So 0, 1, minus 1, this value is 1. Okay, what is this? X of minus t. Then what you have to do? You have to add this. So in order to add this one, you have to use this technique so that it will be easy for you. Okay, for that we need some mathematical expression. Do not be afraid for this small mathematical expression. Okay, so 0 to 1, what is the value of x of t? It's 1 plus, because we have to add these two, right? So 1 I can write directly, but for this one I need one equation, right? Otherwise how can I add? Like this is square and this is some ramp. If you want to add, you should know the expression. For that I am writing this for you to get simplified. So it's a decreasing ramp, so always it is minus t, then at 1 it should be 0, so it will be 1 minus t. So substitute this 1 minus t here. So 1 minus 1 is 0. At 0 its value is 1. So from 0 to 1, what is the value? 2 minus t. So this is the value. Okay, so let us plot now. Okay, okay, 1 minute. Yeah, so what we are plotting here is x of t plus x of minus t. So still we have to do this half here. Okay, so what we are getting here, x of t plus x of minus t. So at, so we have got from 0 to 1 this value. So So since it is a even, if we calculate this part, it will be symmetrical about this part. For odd, if we calculate this part, it will be anti-symmetrical. So first we will calculate this x of t plus x of minus t. Then we will do half, we'll get this one. For odd, x of t, same, minus x of minus t. Okay. So we will plot this one first and then we will go to the odd component. For x of t plus x of minus t, what expression we have got from 0 to 1? It's 2 minus t. So at 0 and at 1. So at 0, what is the value? 2 minus 0, it is 2. So the value is 2. But at 1, what is the value? 2 minus 1, it is 1. So it will be like this. Okay. 1 minute, I'll write it properly. Yeah. Since it is an even function, it will be symmetric. So I need not draw this once again. Okay. So this will be 1 and this will be minus 1. But what we want, x even component is equal to half of x of t plus x of minus t. So half of this value. So 1 by 2, 2 by 2 is 1 and 1 by 2. So half of x of t plus x of minus t. So this is your even component. Now to find the odd component, so let me keep this expression for you to remember. So I will write it here once again. So for even, so from 0 to 1 it's 1 and 1 minus t we have to add. So 2 minus t. Okay. Now let me erase here because I have to draw the odd component here so that you'll get a better idea. So for odd, what we have to do? X of t minus x of minus t. So 1 minus, what is the expression for this one? So 1 minus 1 minus t. So the answer is plus t. So how does it look? X of t minus x of minus t first we will plot, then we will do the half thing. Okay. So how does it look? Okay. 0, 1, minus 1. So its value is t. At t is equal to 0, at t is equal to 1, its value is 1. I'll use proper lines here, sorry. Okay. So this is the value of x of t minus x of minus t. Since it is an odd function, it is anti-symmetric. If it was even, I could have written like this, but it is odd, right? It is anti-symmetric. So no need to again, calculate for this kind of things. Okay. So we have got the odd component, but what we have to get? Half of x of t minus half of x of minus t. So divide by 2, whatever is there. So this is your odd component of the signal. So we have got the even component and we have got the odd component. So I will give you a homework problem using the same method. You have to find the odd and even component of this signal. So this is your homework. Okay. Now we will solve one tricky question. Okay. So the major thing in any subject is you have to understand the question first. So let us understand the question first, then we will solve the problem. Okay. So if you understand the problem, it will help you to solve the problem and you can score more. Okay. Now, following signal consists of part of x of t for t greater than 0. Means there is a signal which has been given and it consists of part of x of t. So x of t is there, but there is a signal here. For example, they have given a signal. Okay, so that signal might be something like this and like this, and they are saying following signal consists of a part of x of t for t greater than 0. So for t greater than 0 they have given whatever t greater than 0 they have given, and a part of x e of t for t greater than 0 is given. So for t greater than 0 they have given the even part of this signal. So what is the even part of the signal which is given? So they have given in here, and for t less than 0 nothing, no information is given for t less than 0. We don't know what is the signal here. So complete the full signal and find the odd component. We have to find the complete signal, and we have to find the odd component apart from this one. So how do we get the approach for this one? It's simple. There are some three steps which we have to follow. So let us uh, solve step by step. So I hope you have understood the question. So they have given one signal for t greater than 0 they have defined, but we don't know what is there which is less than this one, which is less than 0 we don't know. Okay, but we have a correct idea of what is there t is greater than 0, perfect picture. Okay, then for this t greater than 0 he has given the even component. So in the question he has saying that you have to complete the whole signal. That is the first part. Second part is to find the odd component. So from this even component we can find the odd component easily. So we will solve this step by step. Okay, okay, now I will use this green ink. Okay, step 1. Since even component is symmetric about the time origin, since even component is symmetric about time origin. So this component is symmetric about the time origin. We will get the even component of the whole signal. So what is the even component of the whole signal? Same thing. This one, we have to do a mirror reflection. So whatever is there, so this is the given signal. You take the mirror image. So you will get the -2 0 2 x e of t. So this is the even component of the signal. Now what is the step 2? Step 2 is nothing to find the odd component. So we will solve this for odd component. Then we have this even component. We will add together to get the whole signal. So what is this odd component? Odd component, how do we get that? Whole signal x of t is equal to x even of t plus x o of t. Okay, now in order to get the odd component, what we have to do? Main signal x of t minus the even component. But x of t, we know this t greater than 0. Then we also know the even component. So what we will get? The odd component on the right side. Then again by using that antisymmetric property, we will get the whole odd component. So that is the idea behind this. Okay, so x of t minus xe of t. So x of t we will know, xe of t also we know. So let me take a new this one to solve this one. I want this figure also, right? Okay, add to new page. Okay, okay, what do I want here? X even of t is equal to, sorry, x odd of t is equal to x of t minus x even of t. Okay, so if you want to minus this one, but 0 to 1, so from 1 to 2 you have to write the equation, because square minus ram you can't say directly. If it was a square it was okay, if it 2 minus 2 0, but since it's a square and a ram, we have to solve by like I did it before, right? Same thing. 0 to 1, what is the value of x of t? Is from 0 to 1, what is the value of xc of t? So it is decreasing, so it is minus t, but at 0 its value should be 2, and at 1 its value should be 1. So what is that which will satisfy 2 minus t? Because you substitute at 0 its value is 2, and at 1 its value is 1. Okay, 2 minus 1. Okay, now we have to minus this x of t. This is x of t minus x e of t from 0 to 1. Then again I have to do from 1 to 2. Okay, so if you minus this, 2 minus 2 plus t, you will end up as t. So this is for 0 comma 1. But from 1 to 2, what is the value of x of t? Nothing, 0. Minus, so for this one, 1 to 2, what is the value of it? Is a decreasing slope, so it is minus t. At 2 it should be 0, and at 1 it should be 1. So 2 minus t will satisfy, because 2 minus 1 will be equal to 1, 2 minus 2 it will be equal to 0 here. So this minus this means minus 2 plus t. So now we have got the idea what should be plotted from 0 to 1 and what should be plotted from 1 to 2. So let us plot the odd component. So let me plot this one. So it varies from 0 to 1 and from 1 to 2. So 0 to 1 it is t. So 0 to 1, let me use, yeah, so 0 to 1 it is t. Then from 1 to 2, so what is the value? Minus 2 plus t we have done here. Okay, so from 1 to 2, so what is the t is equal to 1? It is minus 1, and at t is equal to 2 its value is 0. So just substitute here. Okay, so you can complete this. So this is for odd component. As I told you, we can get the other part easily because it is anti-symmetric. So it is anti-symmetric. Okay, okay, it looks something like this. Sorry for my drawing. Okay, minus 1, minus 2, 1, minus 1. Now we have got the odd component. In order to get the whole signal, what we have to do? We have to add this odd component and even component. So let us add that one. So let me take a new page. So what was our even component? If you go back, uh, we got it as like this. I will draw here. Okay, then your odd component will be like this. You got something like this. Okay, so this was your x even component. So its value at here was 2, 0, 1 and 2, minus 1 and minus 2. So this is your odd component. So 0, 1, 2, minus 1, 1. So if you go back and see, it will be this one. So this is your odd component. Now to get the even and odd component, you have to add. So add them like previously by taking the equation. One minute. Let me So we know for t greater than 0 it is given. If you see the question, for t greater than 0 it has been given like the value is 2 from 0 to 1, if you see the question. So we have to compute only this part. So in order to compute only this part, again same thing, from -2 to -1, what we have to see, we have to write the equation and then add up. Then from -1 to 0 we have to add up. So we will take that part. Okay, from -1 to 0 first we will take. So from -1 to 0, so this part. Okay, what is the equation here? If you solve this, you'll get as 2 plus t, because 2 minus 1 is 1 and at 0 it's 2. So this is the equation. Plus, what is the equation for this part here? So it is just plus t. So it is 2 plus 2t. Similarly, if you solve for -2 and -1, so for up it will be 2 plus t, for down also it will be 2 plus t. You solve that, you will get as 4 plus 2t. Then you use this equation. So from -1 to 0, from -1 to 0, at -1 it is 0 and at 0 it is 2. So you will get a ramp. Then from -2 to -1, so -2, 4 minus 2, its value is 2. So at -1 its value is 2. At -2 its value is 0. Just substitute there. So you will get this 2 ramp and you will get the answer like this. So this is how you solve. So I have only shown you a sample problem, so you can solve this type of problems. Okay, now they will give you to find them derivatives. Okay, sketch the derivatives. So if you have gone through my previous this thing, what is the derivative of unit step function? Delta. What is the derivative of the ramp? It is unit step. So I have done this before. Again I will be solving this one. So derivative of x of t is equal to derivative of u of t minus derivative of t minus 2. So which is equal to del of t minus del of t minus 2. So this is x dash of t. Now in order to solve this one, okay, how do you plot this one? At t is equal to 0 it's 1 and at t is equal to 2 it's minus 1. So at t is equal to 0 it's 1 and t is equal to minus 1 it's 2. Simple. T is equal to 2 and t is equal to 0, the value is 1 and minus 1. So this is how you plot the derivative. Okay, another thing which you have to note is that if they give like x of t into del of t minus a, then this is equal to x of t at t is equal to a. So this you have to remember. Okay, so this you have to remember for solving some of the problems here. So x of t into del of t minus a is equal to x of t at t is equal to a. Now we'll solve some more problem to get a better idea. Okay, the second problem we will take yeah, x of t is equal to t into u of t minus u of t minus 2. Find the derivative. Okay, so first what you have to do, so if you want to take the derivative t, so you have to take the derivative of this one. So derivative of u into v, u into derivative of v plus v into derivative of u. So this is your POC one. So t into derivative of that inside function plus the first whatever is there inside function into first one. Okay, now x dash of t is equal to t into del of t minus t into del of t minus 2 plus, because derivative of unit step is del. Okay, so that you have got this one plus u of t minus u of t minus 2. So previously what I have told you, I have told you that x of t into del of t minus a is equal to x of t at t equal to a. So is equal to t at t equal to 0 is equal to minus 2, because x of t at t equal to a. So at t is equal to 2, so you have to substitute that value. Okay, so this will be equal to 2 into del of t minus 2 plus u of t minus u of, sorry for not complete this one, u of t minus 2. So if you want to sketch the derivative, how does it look? So you take this one, you plot it. So u of t minus u of t minus 2. So 0 to 2. So this is u of t minus u of t minus 2. Then you want the derivative. So we have got minus 2 at t is equal to 2. So minus 2 at t is equal to 2. So this is how you plot the derivative. Now we will solve some more problem. So let us take a ramp function. X of t is equal to r of t plus 1 minus 2r of t plus r of t minus 1. So find the derivative. Okay, so how do we find that derivative? X dash of t is equal to u of t plus 1 minus 2 u of t plus u of t minus 1. Now we want to plot this one. So how can we plot this one? Yeah, so it will be like this, same thing. Minus 1 0 1 minus 1 0 and 1. So how do we get this plot? Again, t less than equal to minus 1, x of t is equal to 0, like previously I have solved, right? T less than minus 1 to 0, x of t is equal to 0 plus what is the value here, 1. Then t lies between 0 to minus 2, x of t is equal to 0 plus 1 minus 2, which is equal to minus 1. Then t greater than or equal to 1, which is equal to 0. So using the previously which I have solved this technique, we will get this one. So what I want you to observe is, if you want to plot this ramp function t plus 1 at t is equal to 0, and if you plot this, you'll get this one, right? I'll show you. 0, 1, -1. So this is your 1 plus t, and this is your 1 minus t. So this ramp function, if you take the derivative, you will get, so for raising, it will be a unit step like this. Then for decreasing this, or for decreasing this, like having a negative slope, you will get this, like minus unit step function. So this, if you can remember, you can plot for any function easily. Okay, so if you go previously, what I want you to get the intuition is that, okay, so if you go previously, what is the intuition you have to get is that, if you take, if you plot this, you'll get a unit step function. X of t is equal to u of t minus u of t minus t. So if you plot this x of t, what do you get here? X of t 0, 1 and 2. So this is 1, and this is 1, and this is -1. So if you take the derivative of this, you'll get this impulse function. Okay, so what I want you to take from this one is, see the plot of this one. X of t is equal to u of t minus u of minus t. So it's a unit step function. If you take the derivative, you are getting a impulse function. So for a rising edge here, so at 0 you are getting this one, then from here to here it is constant, it is 0. Then for a decreasing edge, you are getting this one. Okay, a minus ramp, a minus delta, like -1. So this you have to observe. And for the ramp here, for the rising slope plus, and for the decreasing slope minus. So we need not write the equation every time for solving the problem. So let me take one problem, and let me solve one problem, like without writing the equation. How can we get that? So yeah, let me take this problem. Okay, let me take this problem so that you will get a better idea and the correct idea. Okay, yeah. Mm, hmm. Okay, so this problem will give you a better idea. Okay, 0, sorry, so let this be -1, let this be 0, so let this be 1, and let this be 2, and 1, 1 and 2. So now we have to find x dash of t and also x double dash of t. What I have told, what intuition you have got, we will use that and we will solve the problem. Okay, now first we will take x dash of t. So in order to get x dash of t, first we will write the values like -1, 0, like that. So -1, 0, 1 and 2. So observe this one. From -1 to 0, what we have got? Increasing ramp function. So derivative of the ramp is unit step. So what we will get here? Unit step. Okay, unit step. Then what is the derivative for this part from 0 to 1? It's 0 because it is constant. Then from 1 to 2, again this is an increasing edge. So it looks like a unit step for us. So we will get this part with a magnitude of 2. Then again from this part to this part, it is constant, it is 0. Then again it is decreasing edge. So decreasing edge, it is -2. So this is how you plot for x dash of t. Now we have to get the double derivative. So it's double dash of t. So this part will become 0, this part will become 0. Only this rising part and this decreasing part we should plot. So how it will be? Only at -1 and 0. So here it will be 1, here it will be -1. So this is how you plot for x double dash of t. Okay, now we have seen, we will see the last set of problems for this module here, no, like for this one here. Then in the next set of slides we will see the properties of the system, like causal, acausal, those kind of things. Okay, so why I'm solving the different kinds of problems, because you might get anything in your exam, so I want you to prepare for that. Okay, so integral of minus infinity to infinity e power t minus 2 into del of t minus 2 dt. Now you have to evaluate this one. So what I told, x of t into del of t minus a is equal to x of t at t is equal to a. So use that and solve this one, is equal to e of t minus 2 at t is equal to 2, which is equal to e power 2 minus 2 is equal to e power 0, which is equal to 1. Okay, let us solve another problem, simple problem this one. Okay, integral of minus 1 to 2 3 plus t square into del of t minus 1 dt. How do we solve this one? So in order to solve this one, 3 plus t square at t is equal to 1. So 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. Simple problems. Okay, now I'll give you a tricky problem. Now please observe this one. Integral of 0 to 2 3 plus t square into same thing del of t plus 1 dt. So what do you expect usually? It should be 3 plus t square at t is equal to -1, which is equal to 4, right? This is wrong. Why? At t equal to -1, but the range is from 0 to 2. So the answer here is 0. Okay, don't make this mistake. Okay, so that is the intuition which you have to take. Now we have solved for continuous, we will solve some two problems with respect to discrete. So let us take this example. Summation n varies from minus infinity to infinity, half of n del of n. So this is equal to half of n at n equal to 0, which is equal to 1. Then quickly I'll solve the last problem for today. Summation n varies from 0 to infinity, 3 plus n plus n square del of n. So this is equal to 3 plus n square at n is equal to 0, which is equal to, at n is equal to, so this let it be del of n minus 2. Okay, at n is equal to 2. Okay, 3 plus 2 plus 4 is equal to 9. So this is how you solve the problem for discrete. So I'll end the class for today, and in the next class we will see the properties of the system.